Hello students, today we will start with chapter number 5, arithmetic progression. This is this chapter of standard 10. So, first question arise in your mind is what do you mean by arithmetic progressions? So, arithmetic progressions, we have to understand this topic. Before this, let us see some of the list of the numbers. So here we have to consider the list of some numbers. Like first list we have given as 1, 2, 3, 4 up to infinite. Second list we have given is 100, 70, 40, 10 up to this will decreasing this in this way. These numbers are decreasing in this way. In third example, we have given -3, -2, -1, 0. In the same way, it is continue in this way. Fourth one is 3, 3, 3, 3. Continue the same number. Fifth one is -1.0, -1.5, -2.0, -2.5 and continue in this way. So in all these examples, what we can observe? First case, we can see that if we consider the first number, then this number is continuously going to increase like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For the second case, the number is continuously what happened? Decreasing, right? First the number is greater, then the smaller number, then again the smaller number. So this series, the number in this pattern is going to be decreasing. In the same way, here also the numbers are increasing, right? -3, -2, -1, 0. Then next number, you know what will be? 1, then 2, 3. Okay. In this number, nothing will happen, not the increasing, not the decreasing. Only same number will continue. And in this pattern, the numbers are going to decrease, like -1.0, then -1.5, -2.0, -2.5. So in all these 5 examples, one thing we have noticed that there are all the numbers. First thing is that in all the examples, all are the numbers. Okay. The numbers are in the decreasing or in the increasing form, or the same number will continue itself. Okay. Third thing we have to notice is that the difference. Now see, that is the important point. In first case, the difference between these two numbers, that is the second one and first one, if we subtract 2 and 1, we will get the 1. In the same way, if we subtract 3 and 2, again we get the 1. If we subtract 4 and 3, again we get the 1. That means the difference between the any two consecutive member of this series is equal. We are going to tell now all the members of any series as a term. Like there are 4 terms, there are also many other terms, but 4 terms till now we have, and the difference between any two consecutive term is equal. Here also you can notice that if we subtract second from the first, what we will get? 70 minus 100, that is equals to -30. 40 minus 70, -30. 10 minus 40, -30. So it is a decreasing type of series, number of series, and in this way the difference is same, that is equals to -30. Here -3, -2, -1, 0. What will happen if we subtract -3 from -2? -2 minus -3, that is equals to -2 plus 3. Answer we get is +1. -1 minus -2, that is -1 plus 2. Again we get the answer is +1. 0 minus -1, 0 plus 1. Again we get the answer 1. So in this case also the difference between any two consecutive number is equal. Fourth, 3 minus 3, 0. 3 minus 3, 0. 3 minus 3, 0. Again the difference is equal. Here minus 1.5 minus minus 1.0, that is equals to minus 0.5. Minus 2.0 minus of minus 1.5, again we get the minus 0.5. Minus 2.5 minus of minus 2.0, again we get the minus 0.5. So here also the difference is equal. So till now what we have observed from all this pattern, once again I repeat, in all the patterns the numbers are either increasing or decreasing or remains the same. Numbers between any two consecutive numbers, the difference remains the same. And that thing, if happen for any pattern of the number, we called that number of pattern as arithmetic progression. Right? So what is the definition? Now we will study the definition. Successive terms are obtained by adding a fixed number to the preceding term. Successive terms means what? If we have 1 and 2 only, then to get the 3 is called as a successive term. If we have 1, 2, 3, then the next term is called as a successive term. To get the successive term, we have to obtain by adding a fixed number to the preceding term. To get the 4, the preceding terms of 4 is 3. We have to add something in this to get this. And what is that? 1. To get this term from this term, what we have to do? We have to add something in this so that we get the 2. Sorry, we have to add something to the 2 to get the 3. In the same way, in this series, if we consider if there are suppose these 4 numbers, then the next term is called the successive term. And suppose here we get one successive term. So for this term, this number is called the preceding term. And what we have to add to this number so that we get the next number? We have to add minus 30. Why minus 30? Because here to get this number, we have to add minus 30 to this so that we get this number. To get this number, we have to add minus 30 to this so that we get this number. And to get the 10, we have to add minus 30 to this number so that we get the 10. Okay? So now you got the idea what the meaning of this? Successive terms are obtained by adding a fixed number to the preceding terms. Right? Such list of numbers is said to form an arithmetic progression. And in short form, we can write down it as an AP. So now, what is the definition of AP is clear in your mind. One more thing, the fixed number is called the common difference. The fixed number that we have to add to get the next number, that is called the common difference. And the common difference, what kind of value the common difference have? It must be a plus? No. It must be a minus? No. It must be a 0? No. It is not necessary. It may be any positive number, or it may be a 0, or it may be a negative number. Let us take one example of each case. If the common difference is plus, which case in this you see, notice that the common difference is plus? First example. If we subtract 2 and 1, then what we will get? Plus 1. So here the common difference is plus 1. So in each case, you get the common difference that is equals to plus 1. For 0, notice this case. If we subtract 3 minus 3, we get the 0. 3 minus 3, 0. 3 minus 3, 0. So the common difference may be 0. Now what the case for the minus? When the common difference is minus, which case is this? This second one is that case. If we subtract 70 and 100, what we will get? Minus 30. If we subtract 40 and 70, what we will get? Minus 30. So for in this case, the common difference is negative. So the common difference can contain any value positive, negative or 0. To get the common difference, one thing you have to keep in mind in that whenever we have given this kind of series, what we have to do, we have to subtract the second number from the first number or successive number from the previous number. We have to subtract in this way only. We cannot subtract 100 and 70. We have to subtract 70 minus 100 like this. Okay? Okay, so let us study further about the arithmetic progression. Let's suppose the first term of the arithmetic progression, we used to tell it as a A1. So for the second term, we will use the notation A2. So suppose there are many terms we don't know and there are n terms. So for the nth term, we will use notation AN. Likewise, if we want to consider the third term, then we will represent it as a A3. For the fourth term, we will represent as a A4. Now we know what is the common difference. If we denote the common difference by the letter D, then what will happen? What we used to say the common difference is to subtract the successive term from the previous term, right? So in this case, if our first term is A1 and second term is A2, then by subtracting A2 minus A1, we get the common difference that is equals to D. We know that this difference remains same for all other terms. Like if we subtract A3 minus A2, it will also give the result D same. So for the last term also, if we subtract AN minus 1, then we get the common difference D. So this is possible for all the terms, right? Okay. Now let us consider one example. We have a number 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, dot dot dot. That means this arithmetic progression is continues itself. Okay, let me clear one more thing here is that if there are some fixed number in the arithmetic progression, then that arithmetic progression is called the finite arithmetic progression. And if there are no limit of the numbers, that means if there are infinite number of the terms in the AP, then that arithmetic progression is called the infinite arithmetic progression, right? Finite and infinite. We can classify the AP in these two ways. So this AP is of infinite type of arithmetic progression because we don't know the last term. If we know the last term, then we can say that it is a finite type of AP. So here, what will A1? As I said that the first term we will denote by A1. So A1 is 3. What is the difference between the two term D is, as I said that we have to subtract the successive term from the preceding term or the previous term. So by subtracting 6 minus 3, we will get the difference that is equals to 2. And here last term we don't know because this AP is continues itself, right? So last term we cannot consider. What will it? Okay. So now A1 is we know 3. To get the A2, the second term, what we must have? We must have the first term and we must have the difference, common difference. If we add both, we get the second term. To get the second term, we have to add the D for the first term, that is A1, right? So here, what we have to do? We have to add D to the first term A1. By doing this, what we will get? A1 is 3 and D is 3, right? A1 is 3, D is 3. So 3 plus 3, that is equals to 6. We get as a second term. You can see that what is second term is 6. To get the third term, again we have to add D, whatever we get here, right? So what is here? A1 plus D, right? What is here? A1 plus D. We again have to add the D in this term so that we can get the next term, third term, right? So D plus D becomes 2D. So our third term will become A plus 2d. A is 3, D is also 3, but we have to take D 2 times. So 3 2s are 6. 3 plus 6 is equals to 9. So that will become our third term. You can see that. First term A1 is 3, second term A2 is A1 plus D, and third term A3 is equals to A1 plus 2D. Okay. Now if we consider our first term as A and common difference as a D, then we can write down the AP in the common form is A first term, A plus D second term, A plus 2D third term, A plus 3D fourth term. In the same way, we can write down the any kind of numbers, any kind of terms. Like if we want to represent the 10 terms, then we can represent this in this way. Right? So this is what is called this. This is the general form of arithmetic progression. Okay? And here you can also notice that if we subtract these two terms, what we will get? A plus D minus A. A will cancel, only D will remain. And that D is called the common difference, as we have studied earlier. Again, if we subtract A plus 2D and A minus D, then what will happen? A plus 2D in the bracket minus in the bracket A plus D. A will cancel. 2D minus D is again D. Subtract these two terms, A plus 3D minus in the bracket A plus 2D. Then what will happen? A will cancel. 3D minus 2D is again equal to D. So in this way, here you can also notice that the difference between any two consecutive term is D, and that is common for all the numbers. So in general form, we can write down the arithmetic progression in this way. Okay. So what we will require, minimum requirement for us to prepare an arithmetic progression? Only first term is required? No. Only difference is required? No. First term A and common difference D, both are required to prepare an arithmetic progression. Like, take an example. First example, let's suppose we have a first term is equals to 4 and the common difference D is equals to 3. And we want to find out the four terms represented by these two number, right? Four terms of an AP. So we know that now the first term is A. So our A1 first term is equals to 4. Second term is our A plus D. So A2 will be A plus D. A is 4, B is minus 3. We get the total is equals to 1. Third term, we know that now A plus 2D. So we can write down A3 is equals to A plus 2D. A is 4 and 2D. What we will get here? 2D is, D is minus 3. So we will get 4 minus 6. That is equals to minus 2. Right? So here the first term we have is 1. Second term we will get 1. First term is 4. Second term is 1. Third term is minus 2. Now you can think that what will be the fourth term? Yes, we have to subtract minus 3 from this. So we have to add minus 3 to this. By adding minus 3 to this, we will get the minus 5. Or in another word, what you can do? First term is 4. So we by adding the minus 3 in this, we will get the 1. To get the second term, we have to add in the preceding term. To get the successive term, we have to add the common difference in the preceding term. By adding minus 3 in this, we will get the 1. By adding minus 3 to the 1, we will get minus 2. By adding minus 3 to the minus 2, we will get minus 5. In the same way, if we want to find out the any other terms, then also we can find out. Okay? So this is all about this arithmetic progression, how to find out the AP arithmetic progression from the first term and the common difference. Okay, so this is all about this lecture. Thank you.